Feliz martes, es Tom. Hoy celebramos el mes nacional de la herencia hispana. Se marca entre el 15 de septiembre y el 15 de octubre de cada año. Es un tiempo para reconocer y recordarnos los logros y contribuciones de los hispanohablantes en la vida y la historia, la cultura de nuestro país aquí, los Estados Unidos. De veras estoy leyendo en este momento un libro que se llama El Norte, sobre la historia de los hispanohablantes y sus contribuciones, la historia de nuestro país. Sabemos que en 2019 estimó la población en los Estados Unidos de personas quienes identificaron como latino o hispanohablante como 60,000, más de 60,000, casi 20% de la población. También aquí en DFCS estamos dedicados a dar servicios plenos y completos a todas nuestras comunidades, especialmente nuestros amigos que hablan español. Entonces, si necesita ayuda en español, siempre contáctenos a través de mi email, talkwithtom@dhs.gov. Gracias. Ok, vamos a regresar a mi idioma nativo. Also want to talk about the fact today that I told you about Region 1 having its R.E.A.C.H. That stands for Race, Ethnicity, and Cultural Health Council. They put out a great first bulletin or sort of newsletter about their efforts. Really encourage you to get a copy of that. You can email danny.knuckles@dhs.ga.gov to sign up for the list. I read it and was very, very impressed with the efforts up there in Region 1 that Danny and his team were leading to really help us better understand each other. Whether you're trying to speak Spanish or whether you're trying to understand the cultural background of someone who comes from a different culture than you, or even if we live in the same place, we have different cultures, different races, different historical backgrounds, different historical concerns. We really need to try to really understand each other, and the best way to do that is to come to know one another in a more relational way. I also want to give out a Region 5 staff shout out. This is Mary Havoc told me about this. So Jane Yang was recruited to help out with a huge project finalizing a 4-day virtual class for new supervisors called Bridging the Gap, a virtual training or beginning for supervisors, for beginning supervisors, which will give new supervisors tips and guidance as they are able, until they are able to attend the full supervisor academy when we finally get over this COVID and can get back in classroom training. Jane was asked to help because she's a subject matter expert in virtual case management and supervision. She and her team are creating an entire 2+ hour session on virtual supervision to be the opening session of this Bridging the Gap virtual training. This is a great example of DFCS staff members stepping out of their usual and regular duties to really help out. And I really appreciate you, Jane, for doing that. Another fun fact about Jane, she worked with our DFCS communication team and Ramirez as she traveled to film the kinship story, a kinship experience by Region 5 Community Resource Specialist Denise Lark, that was shared on our social media last week and is also on our YouTube channel. Encourage you to look that up. But it's, our staff here at DFCS are not just one-sided people. Y'all have so many talents, and we really appreciate it when you use all of your talents for the benefit of the families and children of Georgia. So Region 11 highlights, a lot going on in Region 11. Here's some of the things they've been working on. Pause calls and pre-removal staffing. This is great as we really try to get input and learn from one another, how we make removal decisions based upon safety issues, how we do our best to keep placement stable so we don't have to move children around. They're doing monthly supervisor meetings. the FPS team, the family program specialists, are constantly coaching and teaching and mentoring the supervisors. These meetings are helping the supervisors stay abreast of the new policies we are putting out and just really build confidence in those relationships that are necessary to to do this work. And they also give these supervisors a voice in what's going on. They're having field practice coach meetings. These are great and led by some of our folks who are doing our continuous quality improvement. So the coaches are really invested in this work and really training our new staff so we can reduce turnover. As we know, we've really got to get folks to stay with us for the long run. They're doing these cadence calls, and that allows everybody in the region to talk to one another and really find out what's going on in one fell swoop, so to speak. And of course, the continuous quality improvement meetings. So there's a lot going on in Region 11. I really appreciate everybody getting down there working so hard, and just want to give you all a shout out for the good work that you're doing. OFI updates. We got some good news for OFI staff. Overtime has been approved for the month of October. We know that the workload for OFI has increased because we're having to go back now to handling the renewals as part of our daily routine, and we need those extra hours to get them done. Just remember, though, there's a state holiday this month, October 12th. It's Columbus Day statewide. That reduced week may affect your ability to earn overtime because remember, you have to earn 40 hours during the week to then start getting overtime. But just a reminder also that that OFI is hiring about 125 SNAP or food stamp workers and 30 family Medicaid economic support specialists. We need your help to make those hirings. We know that folks may be, in fact, a little reluctant right now and during this time to switch jobs, but we really need the help. We need y'all's help in recruiting folks. So if you will post the link to the job description online here on the video. And then, of course, remember the PEBT program wrapped up for now, and we were able to get all the cards sent out to everybody, even if they had not formally claimed their benefit. We were able to get those cards out to all the families for whom we had a name of a child and an address to send them to. Again, OFI, the timeliness is going great. Y'all are working so very hard. We're starting I'm a little early this morning. I'm up and at them because we got a road show going on in Region 14. We're going to once again try to, we're not doing it in person, but we're doing everything we can virtually to get out there and to not only recognize the work that you on the front lines and the local level are doing. Y'all are where the rubber meets the road, and we greatly appreciate that work, and we at the state level can learn from you. We at the state level need to know what we can do to help you do your jobs better. So that's why we're here, and that's why we're doing our road show today, and that's kind of what this Tuesday Talk's all about too. So we'll catch y'all later and see you next Tuesday. Bye.